For over 2 decades, I've been involved in building cross-sector collaborations, both at the city, the county, the state, and now the national level. And there's some essential elements for successful cross-sector collaborations, and I'd like to share them with you today because I believe they can assist you in building those cross-sector collaborations and having greater impact. First, a cross-sector collaboration is where there's a partnership between groups or individuals from different industries. Some may be government, others may be nonprofit, it may be the corporate community, it may be the civic engagement, but it's bringing all of those people from different points of view together to have an impact on the community or have an impact on whatever the particular issue is that you're trying to address. So I want to just talk to you in this 3-part series about successful skills for building cross-sector collaborations. The first element of building a cross-sector collaboration is building the team. Because cross-sector collaborations are all based on teams and building successful teams. The second key important part is that cross-sector collaborations come together to solve problems. So there's always an issue, a challenge that the partnership is coming together to address. And the third is achieving impact. Cross-sector collaborations are successful because you get different points of view all converging to be able to see ways of achieving impact. And so we're going to talk about each one of those, building teams, solving problems, and achieving impacts in each one of our segments. So we're going to kick it off with building teams. The first element for building teams is building trust. You have an ineffective team if there is no trust. And so we take time to, one, learn about the issues that each one of our partners have, really get to hear their viewpoints or their perspectives, and then allowing them to be able to interact with us in many different environments and through many different discussions so that trust over time is built. Trust does not just happen because you call people into a room. Trust takes time and it takes commitment by all the partners. But if you are leading the effort, it's your responsibility to guide the whole partnership in expanding and increasing trust. The second aspect of team building is managing power and the dynamics of and conflicts. There is always the tension between who's calling the meeting and whose objective is really going to be addressed and who is going to feel like they were at the table, but they weren't being listened while they were at the table. That's why it is so important as the leader of the cross-sector initiative that you set some goals that are inclusive, that you establish ways of operating and ways of managing, and then acknowledge. That's a part of trust. Acknowledge that everybody in the room may not be on the same page at this point. That there are some past histories that have occurred in the city or with the partners in the partnership, and you can't ignore the past histories. I think the best way to deal with it is address them head on and then talk through them so that you can diffuse some of the tension in the room and you can address some of the conflicts because there are always conflicts. And the third element of building the team is fostering an innovation culture. The reason that all of these people from different points of view are being asked to come into the room is they bring different perspectives. And so the goal would be not to try to do things like we've always done before, because if you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you have. And the goal of a cross-sector initiative is to move past what is and to experience a new level of impact, influence in addressing the challenges that you face. So let everybody know, yes, we understand that there are some parameters in which we have to operate in, but we're open to new ideas. We're open to new ways of thinking. We're open to looking past the old paradigms of this is the way we've always done it, and we start with a clean slate, open to ideas that come from all sectors of the partnership, and everyone's idea and recommendation is valued equally as you move forward. So that's the 3 key elements for building the teams. 1, developing that trust. Number 2, managing the power and the dynamics and conflicts that occur, and then creating an environment where you're fostering innovation and a culture of innovation. Well, we're going to continue in this three-part series. We'll be, in our next segment, we're going to talk about problem solving. And in our third segment, we'll talk about achieving impact.